In the quiet village of Okuta, life moved at the pace of the rising sun and the crowing roosters. Among the bustling traders and playing children, an unusual sight began to draw attention: an unfamiliar young boy, thin as a broomstick, wandering aimlessly in tattered clothes. Villagers whispered among themselves, some offering scraps of food, others shooing him away. But he remained, day after day, sitting near the market stalls, eyes blank with hunger and confusion. Mama Amina, a well-respected widow known for her warm heart and healing herbs, noticed the boy one hot afternoon. His small frame was curled under a mango tree, face buried in his knees. She approached gently, her voice soft as the village breeze. "Where are your parents, child?" she asked. The boy looked up, confused, and shook his head. "I don't know," he replied. "I just want food, and somewhere safe to sleep." Mama Amina couldn't ignore the ache she felt for the boy. Something in his hollow eyes reminded her of the son she lost years ago. She knelt beside him and offered her hand. "Come. You will not sleep in the cold tonight." The boy hesitated, then slowly stood, following her like a lost chick to its hen. That night, he ate hot yam porridge and slept on a soft mat under a mosquito net for the first time in months. The next morning, Mama Amina asked again about his name or his family. The boy only remembered waking up in the bush, alone, with no memory of how he got there. He had no name he could recall. She decided to call him Toba, meaning, God is great, for surely it was divine will that brought him to her doorstep. Toba adjusted slowly to his new life. He was quiet, always watching, unsure of what would happen next. But Mama Amina was patient. She bathed him, dressed him in clean clothes, and let him help around the house. With every meal, he grew stronger. With every night of safety, he began to smile more often. Other villagers grew curious. "You don't know where he's from, and yet you took him in?" they asked. But Mama Amina only smiled. "He's a child of this land, like all of us. Who are we if we cannot shelter our own?" Her words silenced many, but not all. Some warned her that the boy might bring misfortune. She didn't care. Her heart had chosen. Toba's curiosity was insatiable. He followed Mama Amina everywhere, asking questions about herbs, cooking, and the stars. She soon realized he had a sharp mind, quick to learn and eager to work. She decided to enroll him in the village primary school. The headmaster raised an eyebrow when she brought him in. "An orphan?" he asked. "He's mine now," Mama Amina replied simply. School was a challenge at first. Toba was behind in everything: reading, writing, even basic arithmetic. The other children teased him for his past and strange quietness. But he endured. He studied under the dim kerosene light every night, asking Mama Amina to explain what he didn't understand. Slowly, he began to catch up. By the time he reached the upper primary classes, Toba was no longer the boy in rags. He was a star pupil, winning spelling bees and leading science projects. His teachers marveled at his transformation. "This boy is destined for greatness," one of them said to Mama Amina during a parent-teacher meeting. She smiled, her eyes moist with pride. Toba began to dream. He talked about becoming a doctor, then a teacher, then a scientist. He didn't know exactly what he wanted to be, but he wanted to matter. To give back. Mama Amina encouraged him gently. "What you become is not as important as how you become it," she often said. "Stay kind, stay curious." Secondary school came with new challenges. It was in a nearby town, and Toba had to travel daily. Some days, the roads were muddy and dangerous. Other times, he faced bullies who mocked his past. But nothing could shake his resolve. Mama Amina saved every coin from her herb sales to buy his books and uniforms. At night, Toba helped her in the herb garden and read late into the evening. He worked hard not to let her down. She was his only family, the one who gave him a second chance. And he vowed to never waste it. Toba's brilliance soon reached beyond the village. During a regional science competition, he presented a homemade water purifier that wowed the judges. His story touched them even more. A journalist covered the event, calling him the orphan genius of Okuta. Soon after, a letter arrived. He had been offered a full scholarship to a prestigious university in the capital. Mama Amina wept when she read it. "I told you," she said, holding him tightly. "God did not bring you to me for nothing." Moving to the city was like entering a different world. Skyscrapers, loud traffic, bright lights, everything overwhelmed Toba at first. But he adapted. He focused on his studies and rarely went out partying like his classmates. He never forgot where he came from. He wrote to Mama Amina every week, sending small stipends whenever he could. And she, in turn, sent him care packages filled with herbs, palm oil, and love. Her letters reminded him of his roots, grounding him even as he soared. In his third year, Toba applied for an international scholarship. The process was rigorous, and competition was fierce. He stayed up nights preparing for the interviews, perfecting his English, writing essays. When the acceptance email came, he had won a scholarship to study abroad. He ran outside and shouted into the sky. He called Mama Amina first. Her voice was shaky. "You are going far now, my son," she said. "But never forget, your home is here." Toba promised. "I will come back. I will build something here. For you." Life abroad was cold, literally and emotionally. The snow, the strange food, the cultural distance, it was tough. But Toba pushed on. He graduated top of his class in business administration. He interned with global firms, soaking up knowledge like a sponge. Yet, every night, he thought of home. Of the smell of Mama Amina's cooking. Of the sound of the village drums. He knew he wasn't meant to stay abroad forever. He had a mission. When Toba returned to Nigeria, he came with ideas and determination. But he didn't go straight to Lagos or Abuja. He returned first to Okuta. The villagers barely recognized the tall, confident young man who stepped out of the car in a designer suit. Mama Amina stood at her compound gate, tears streaming as he knelt before her. "I have returned, Mama. For you." She hugged him, overwhelmed. The boy who once begged for bread now spoke like a man of means. Toba wasted no time. He set up a foundation in Mama Amina's name to help other orphans and abandoned children. He built a school, a small clinic, and even started a scholarship fund. Jobs were created, and the village began to thrive like never before. He also opened a business center in the nearest town, focusing on agriculture and technology. His goal was to bring development without displacing culture. And he succeeded. Soon, dignitaries visited Okuta to see the transformation. One day, the governor arrived unannounced and awarded Toba with a state honor for his contributions to rural development. But Toba insisted that the true hero was Mama Amina. "She saw light in me when no one else did," he said during his speech. A statue of Mama Amina was erected at the village square, a symbol of compassion and hope. The villagers finally understood, kindness could change the world. As Toba matured, he took time off to reflect. He built Mama Amina a modern house next to her old compound, though she still preferred the clay walls and open kitchen. They sat together often, recalling the days of mango trees and market gossip. Toba also began writing a book about his journey. He wanted the world to know that one person's love could alter destiny. And Mama Amina, with her ever-present headscarf and soft laugh, remained his truest inspiration. Years passed, but the legacy endured. Toba became a renowned philanthropist and business leader. Yet